Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Complete the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. As you can see, we are back in Crucible. So the last episode was a little bit of a weird one. We were just looking for the final 3 set oddities that we had remaining for the Museum of Oddities, which we found and we handed in. And since then, I've been a very busy girl. Very, very busy girl. Because if you look at my inventory, we have every single matrix for both Crucible and Bliss, which took me a very long time. And if I sound a little bit out of sorts, because I have very few brain cells left after doing that. I was very much the end of my tether. I could not find the Madness Claymore matrix for hours, but I have them all. And I also have all of the remaining oddities. So I have the 2-headed coin, and you can actually see I have 4 of those. I have... What else do I have? I have the Soul Tomato, which I have 1 of. I have, if we can get through all of the keys, and go in here, I have 2 Daggers of Friendship. And I also have 2 Rings of Disrobing. Oh, and I also have the Mixing Bowl. So yes, I have all of the remaining Museum of Oddities items, and I have all the matrices, which took me a very long time. I am going to briefly show you how I did all of that in this episode, but first I'm going to hand everything in. And trust me, like, honestly, the oddities was easy. I managed to do all like 5 or 6 of them that I had left in 40 minutes, but it took me 6 hours to find all the matrices. So, wait, it's going to be night. Oh no, we can go in here. Okay. Museum of Oddities. Let's hand all of these in.
And you'll see a tiny skull. Welcome to the museum.
Okay. I have some oddities for you, Una.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Offer 2-headed septum.
2 Tibers are always better than 1, I always say. We'll take good care of him here in the museum, don't you worry.
Amazing.
Have you found...
Oh look, because I have loads of, cause I found 4 septums, and that's actually from when I was looking for all of the matrices. I actually found pretty much every single one of these things, like 3 or 4 extra times, because that's how long it took me to find the matrices. But offer the Soul Tomato.
Oh my, that is odd. I've never even heard of such a thing before. We'll find a nice place for it here in the museum. Have you...
Offer the Hound's Tooth Key.
What a perfect little oddity. Just strange enough that it makes you go, but not so strange as to become a miracle or an omen. Thank you. Have you...
Offer the Mixing Bowl.
A bowl that you mix potions in? Oh, it doesn't seem all that odd to me. Well, I can see you're trying, so I'll find somewhere to put it. Have you...
Offer the Dagger of Friendship. I'll go through what all of these are in a minute, by the way.
Well, isn't that just the oddest thing? A dagger that heals people. Who would make such a thing, and why? I absolutely adore it. Have you...
And finally, offer the Ring of Disrobing.
Oh my, how wonderful! A ring that removes people's clothing. This will be one of my most popular exhibits, I'm sure.
Okay. So, hopefully,
It's been
that
an
should
honor
have
to host
completed
you,
the
Lord
quest.
Sheogorath.
Please tell me that's going to complete the quest. Maybe she needs to put them all away first. Oh look, I love that she actually puts them all in. So yeah, this, the 2-headed septum is literally just like a double-headed septum. The Soul Tomato it's a tomato, but it acts as a soul gem, which is pretty interesting. The Dagger of Friendship that we have, I have 2 of those, so I have a spare one. It restores health 10 points on a strike, which is obviously completely useless because as you're trying to kill someone, it's healing them. The Ring of Disrobing, which I found 2 of back to back. I was going through a broker, which I'll show you guys how I did that. and I opened one coffin, found the ring, and then literally the next coffin I opened, I found a second copy of the ring. And I was kind of confused. I was like, is that a glitch? But yeah, you can get many copies of the same thing. The Houndstooth key, it's a key, but it doesn't unlock anything. Oh, and the Ring of Disrobing, it obviously takes off all of your clothes. Yes, here we go. I found all the interesting items for which Una Amina was searching. Finally! Oh, that feels good. So yeah, there you go. There's a Dagger of Friendship. And what else was there? I feel like there was something else, wasn't there? Oh, the mixing bowl. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was special about the mixing bowl. She said it was just a bowl that mixes potions, which, yeah, that doesn't seem interesting at all to me, but apparently she likes it, so whatever. And yeah, we have all of the oddities, which honestly wasn't even that bad. It was the stupid matrices that took a long time. But let's take the tour, shall we?
I used to admire you, but it
Oh,
turned...
yeah, whatever. Give me a tour, please.
Would you like a tour of the museum?
Yes, I'd like a tour.
Wonderful. Follow me and I'll show you around my little collection of oddities.
Okay.
Look closely and you'll see a tiny skull. These pygmies used to live in the Shivering Isles until they were all eaten by grummites, poor dears. Here's a real oddity for you. An arm of one of the gatekeepers. This one was killed by... oh, I forget now. A lovely specimen in any case.
Oh, we're going upstairs now, are we? I mean, why would you not show me all of these first, but okay.
Here's the ring of... well, now, where did it go? Things have a way of disappearing around here that's enough to drive a person insane.
So that's because we stole that for... yeah, that was the Ring of Desiccation.
Here you see the Blind Watcher's Eye. A most unusual specimen collected at great peril by some intrepid adventurer.
Me.
Here, in this case, is a disgustingly deformed swamp tentacle. Such a freak of nature has never been seen before, and hopefully not since either. This right here is one of my favourites. A lump of amber in the shape of your head, my lord. A very popular item too, if I may be so bold.
Oh, that's interesting. She changes her dialogue because
Over
we're
here is the
Sheogorath
pelvis
now.
of Pelagius, the greatest emperor that Tamriel has ever seen, as well as being completely mad. Here we have the mortal remains of a fellow named Din, who, as I understand, was driven mad and killed himself. A truly demented act. This is a lovely little oddity. A two-headed septim. Take your time, there's no rush. Here's something truly odd. A soul tomato. A tomato that can act like a soul gem. No one has yet been able to explain it.
I don't know why she keeps going up and downstairs. Wouldn't it make sense to do downstairs first and then come up here?
This one is perhaps more unusual than truly odd, but some people enjoy it. Truth to be told, I only display it as a favour to the donor.
Oh. Well, I'm the donor.
A lovely little oddity. A key made from a hound's tooth. And no one even knows what it opens. Imagine that. Shall we move on? Here's a new addition to the museum, one of my favourites. A dagger that heals whomever it cuts. Isn't that deliciously odd? The Ring of Disrobing. Removes your clothes if you put it on. Now don't you go trying it. I have enough oddities on display already. I love this one. It's a screaming moor that can't scream. Isn't that just the oddest thing you've ever seen? I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Feel free to stay and browse for as long as you like.
Well, thank you. Okay, so yeah, the Museum of Oddities is done, which it feels amazing to say that. And yeah, the Ring of Desiccation, you can steal it back from, I think it's a Jazda or whatever she's called, and then you can like redonate it. You don't get any gold for it, but it will go back in here. But I tried pickpocketing her, and she didn't have it anymore. She still had the calming pants on her, but the Ring of Desiccation and the necklace of whatever it was, they were both gone. And I tried searching in her house. I don't know if it's because we waited too long. I don't know if we would have needed to, you know, pickpocket them immediately as soon as we gave them to her. But yeah, they're gone, which is annoying, but it doesn't really matter. So that is the Museum of Oddities. So let's wait until a more reasonable time of day, and then we will go and see Cutter in Cutter's Weapons or whatever it's called, and we will give her all of the damn matrices that took me so freaking long to find. I'm not sure if we'll be able to make everything in one go, because we've obviously got a lot of carry weight, but we're gonna try.
Something smooth.
Yeah, you're creepy, we get it. So, I'd like you to forge me... Oh wait, is it forge armor or magical items?
Tradition dictates. Over time...
Okay, yeah, so it's forge. Forge me some armor.
What is your wish?
Okay, so we have magic boots, magic cuirass, magic gauntlets, magic greaves, magic helmet, magic shield. These matrices... Yeah. I'm very tired of these matrices, but make me some magic boots, please.
Crush the skulls of the fallen under your boots. Stomp out their eyeballs with your heel. Paint the floor red in a bloody dance.
Will do.
What?
Magic cuirass.
The enemy's blade will glance across the smooth metal. A gentle caress.
Okay, I need to just check my carry weight very quickly. Okay, yeah, so we're on 583. Ugh, man, yeah, I knew this stuff was going to weigh a lot. I think... I'll be back in a minute, Cutter. Let's just run back to the palace very quickly, and we'll store some stuff. Look, here's a Jasta, so look, if I just quick save really quick. Okay, and then go and sneak. Yeah, see, she only has the calming pants. And I'm not going to bother stealing those back, but yeah, it's annoying. Where am I going? Let's travel to New Sheoth Palace, and we can store everything in our Duke's quarters. Yeah, which is annoying. I'll put all the amber stuff away. And then, yeah, I'll also put the, you know, all of the madness stuff that we've already made. We can put that away as well. And I'll come back and I'll transfer it over back to our house back in Cyrodiil, piece by piece when I have the time. Wait, yeah, we do want to go out here. Also, by the way, while I was exploring all of the dungeons, just looking for stuff, I managed to get into, you know, essentially this section, but on the dementia side, which you can't get into via, you know, the way we just did it to get into here, because you need a key. But what you can do is you go in through a ruin, and it kind of brings you out into it, and then you have to go out back through the ruin. It's really cool. And maybe I'll show you it very quickly, but yeah, I did find that, which was pretty cool. So yeah, let's just drop all of the amber stuff, because they weigh a lot. So okay, let's put all those away, and we will also put away the things we just made. So we have Perfect Madness boots and Perfect Madness cuirass. We will try all this on. Can I put the Ring of Disrobing away? I can, yes. I was worried they were going to be like quest items, but no, we can put them away. So put the Dagger of Friendship away as well. And we've got a bit of carry weight to play with. Okay. As I said, I'll come back and I'll take those all out and transport them back to Cyrodiil in pieces if I have to. But for now, can I fast travel from this location? No, I cannot. Yeah, let's just head back to Cutter and make some more stuff, because I sure do love stuff. However, I mean, honestly, it took me so long to find these matrices. It truly was at like the very end of my tether. I just kept reloading the same dungeon over and over, and I'll show you exactly how I did it, so you guys know. I'm not sure if there's technically a more efficient dungeon or a more efficient way to do the matrices, but it was the way that I found that worked. But yeah, it was painful, trust me. But anyway, Cutter, I need you to make me some more things, please.
What?
So, forge me some magic gauntlets.
They say the heart anchors the soul to the man. Think of this while the heart of your enemy beats in your hand. Then squeeze.
You're incredibly creepy, Cutter.
What?
Forge me some magic greaves.
Such strong blood pulses through the legs.
Okay.
What?
Forge me a magic helmet.
The best way for a blade to slip into a man's brain is through the eye socket, ear hole, or through the nose.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. And magic shield.
This shield, like a true friend, is always willing to take a good beating.
Okay, let's just have a look at how our carry weight's doing. Okay, we're still alright.
You remain.
Okay, forge me some weapons.
What do you wish?
Okay, so we have magic arrows, magic bow, magic axe, magic claymore, which is the thing that took me so long to find, and a magic sword. So, forge me some magic arrows.
It's a satisfying sound when an arrow rips into flesh.
That should give us 25, I think. Yes, 25. I was going to say, if it was just one arrow per arrow matrix, that would be god-awful. Okay, so we have more than one arrow matrix. Make me a magic bow, please.
With a gentle moan, this bow will yield to your pull. With a scream of delight, it will launch pain into your enemies. What?
Forge me a magic axe.
Think of me fondly when you bury this axe deep into your foe's skull.
Okay.
What shall...
I'm going to save the claymore for a minute because I think that's going to be very heavy. Forge me a magic sword.
Cutting a man apart, little by little. Such sticky, sweet victory.
She is so creepy. Okay. Oh, no, we're still okay on carry weight. Amazing.
What?
Make me a magic claymore. And this had better be fucking good, okay? Because it took me 2 hours alone just to find the magic claymore matrix. It was the final one I needed. And of course it was such a low chance because it was 1 out of like 22 matrices. So this had better be the best claymore ever, Cutter.
When you are really angry, it feels good to hack into someone with a giant blade.
Yeah, it does, and I sure am angry at how much time I spent on that. But anyway, we may as well make all of the arrows we have. I don't know how many matrices I have for that. Oh! Oh, wow.
What?
Okay, there we go. Cool, and of course we can make, you know, unenchanted arrows and stuff, and we can still move. Brilliant. So let's head back to the Duke's quarters. We will try all of the madness stuff on, and then we'll do a bait and switch, and we'll go and see, I don't know what his name is, but the Orc in Bliss, and we'll get all of our amber stuff going, which will be nice. I'm not really sure which set I like better. I mean, currently we're wearing light armor because we kind of switched our playstyle. But traditionally Alyssa wore heavy armor. I think they're both really cool. I do think the amber stuff it's so bright yellow, it's kind of ugly. And I mean, this is Oblivion, so everything's ugly in this game. But yeah, we'll see which one I like better. So let's take these back for a minute. And yes, we're over encumbered, but that's fine. And let's try them on. So we have the Perfect Madness boots, cuirass, gauntlets, greaves, and helmet. Oh, and the shield, of course. So this is what the full armor set looks like. I mean, this is a bit vulgar. I'm not really okay. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Oh, I do like the face details. That is cool on the back. I'm not really sure about these legs and these boots. The boots are really ugly. But yeah, pretty cool. And I do like that I can't see Alyssa's face, because although it's mean, she's ugly, because everyone in Oblivion is ugly. So I do like that I can't see her face. So that's the armor. And then we also have a whole load of weapons. So we have the axe, just an axe. What does it do actually? Damage health 20 points. We have the bow, which damage health 20 points. The claymore, it took me so long to find. That's obviously a two-handed sword. Oh wow, look at that. It's like a cool bat. Yeah, wow, okay. I really love that sword design. That's a good sword. We've got the Madness longsword, which is a very similar design. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of the armor, if I'm being honest, but these weapons are really cool. And they're all damage health. Is that the last? Yes, it is. And then we also have Perfect Madness arrows, which also damage health 20 points on strike. What does the armor do, actually? Because that should be enchanted as well. Yeah, okay, so the boots fortify athletics. The cuirass fortifies strength for 12 points. Gauntlets fortify blade 10 points and fortify blunt 10 points. The greaves fortify endurance 12 points, and the helmet fortifies willpower 12 points. Oh, and the shield reflects damage 10% on self. So you know what? That is a pretty nice set. We're not going to use it, but we've made it. And we need to do that to, you know, complete the Let's Play. So that's just what I'm going with, even though I'm still incredibly distressed at how long it took me. But yeah, let's put all of that away now. And I need to get dressed again because, of course, we've just, yeah, taken everything off. So let's put all of this stuff on. I also have this necklace of swords that I'm going to wear from now on. I was kind of wearing some of the sneaky stuff just to make my way through all of the dungeons without having to deal with any of the enemies, because, like, I'm not interested in that at the moment. I'm just trying to get to the end and find the stuff. Oh, wait, where am I going? I need to get all the amber. What am I doing? Okay, and we also need to put away all of the madness stuff. So put away all of the madness ore that we haven't used, and we will then take all of the amber and all of the amber matrices, and we will go and see how that looks. Wait. Oh no, okay, never mind. I got confused. I thought, like, where on earth was that madness stuff that we just made? But no, I realized I was just on the specific, you know, miscellaneous section.
Welcome to the Halcyon.
Yeah, shush, I'm talking.
Welcome to the house.
Yeah, so now let's head to Bliss. Can we get to Bliss, like, from here? I don't think so. We need to go outside and then make our way down to the bottom of the courtyard. And go and see the orc, whose name I can never remember. Orcs have difficult names. They're just in one ear and out the other. Which is honestly the same with pretty much every name. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. But I'm sure we'll find out what his name is in a minute. You still crawling around, bro? Okay, well, I hope you get that sorted, because it doesn't look that fun to me. So I think, yes, the missing pauldron. The orc should be in here. Where is he? What are you called? Dumag Grobonk, of course.
You think I'm ugly, don't you? And that she's a prettier smith. Is that it?
Huh? Oh, is that because we went to Cutter? He's, like, upset that we talked to Cutter instead of him. Well, I'm sorry, but she's the only one that forges madness stuff, so, I don't know, cry about it later or something. But
What are you...
make me some magic boots.
These boots will keep your toes from getting smashed.
That's good. I don't like smashed toes.
What?
Make me a magic cuirass.
The magic glow flatters your complexion, dear.
Yeah, bright yellow.
What?
Make me some magic gauntlets.
These gauntlets will keep your hands from being covered in blood and guts.
Excellent. That's
What
not
are you-
hygienic, so that's good. Magic greaves.
Men like a woman with pretty legs. These will keep your legs from getting all bruised up.
Okay. Oh wow, look, he really likes me. Magic helmet.
Keep your hair from getting tangled in melee. What do you require?
And magic shield.
Place this between you and your foe. Creates less of a mess that way.
Okay, now onto the
What is-
weapons. Make me a magic hammer.
A girl can always win an argument with a weapon like this.
Yeah, well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Make me a magic mace.
Mama used to say, if sweet talking doesn't work, try hitting him with a big stick.
Well,
What?
I suppose, yeah. Magic arrows.
I like how magic makes things glow all pretty like. Light up your foe by sticking a couple of these in him.
Magic bow.
A smart girl always keeps herself well out of harm's way.
And finally, a magic sword.
Nothing pokes a hole in an argument like the pointy end of your sword.
Okay.
Take
We
care.
still move? Yes, we can. So, since we are already here, we will try on the stuff here. So we have the Perfect Amber Boots, which fortify our acrobatics 12 points. Perfect Amber Cuirass, fortify agility 12 points. Oh wow, that is ugly. Perfect Amber Gauntlets, fortify marksman 10 points and fortify hand-to-hand 10 points. Perfect Amber Greaves, fortify speed 12 points, and Amber Helmet, fortify intelligence 12 points. And of course the Amber Shield, which reflects spell 10%. So yeah, they're kind of like, they're just the opposites of each other. However, I have to say this is the ugliest set of armor I've ever seen. So yeah, I don't care how good it is, we are not wearing that. And you know, this one doesn't even cover her ugly face either, so yeah. But there we go, that's the things. And let's have a look at the weapons as well. We have the Amber Hammer, which, yeah, okay, this set definitely looks worse. That also does damage, health. Amber Mace, damage, health. I've always thought the maces in this game just look so ridiculous. It's just like a ball. Yeah, I don't know. The Amber Sword, which does look fairly cool. I think the Madness ones look better, but that is fairly cool looking. And the Madness Arrows, which do... oh no, the Madness Arrows. We want the Amber Arrows. Here we go. Perfect Amber Arrows, damage, health. Yeah. Oh, and the Amber Bow also does damage, health. Yeah, so there we go. That's the Amber Bow. Not bad. It does 11 damage. Yeah, I mean, all of these do... Oh, I mean, the Amber Sword actually does quite a lot of damage, but the Hammer and the Mace just do, like, average damage. But the arrows, they do a fair amount of damage. So, oh, I'm over encumbered. Oh, it's because I took off all of the stuff. Right, yes, of course. So, let's put the Morag Tom stuff back on. And get rid of this ugly stuff. Because, yeah, boy, is it ugly. We had to make it, and, yeah. I'm glad that that's out of the way now, because... Man, you would not believe what I've been through to try and get those matrices, but we've got them now. So, I will go and transfer all of that stuff over, but before we end the episode, I wanted to show you how I did this, in case anyone else needs to know. So, for the Museum of Oddities, I went to a broker. I'm not sure if this is the official way to do it, but this is the way that I found was better. Oh, hang on. Okay, obviously I haven't got 100% chameleon on right now, so these things are going to attack us. So let me just kill these things, and then... Oh, how to? Look. So we are actually just going to pop all of our stealth stuff back on just to make this easier. We can just run through and we don't have to worry about anything. So we've already got our chameleon rings on, let's choose on. Okay, so yeah, we now have 100% chameleon. So this is a broker. We have this chest here with nothing in it. And this is the front door, but you don't want to go through this door. You actually, if you look at the map, you want to go right about here. So if you set a marker and then you head off in this direction, you will actually find another entrance, which is technically the exit, but it's that one that you want to go through. You want to go through this door because it's far quicker and you don't have to go through a whole lot of stuff. Obviously, honestly, I think if you're going to do a whole playthrough and you're going to do the Museum of Oddities and everything, then I think it is well worth it. Where is the entrance? It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, I don't think I saw that before. Where is it? It's not over here, no. Where am I going? Yeah, no, it needs to be over here somewhere. Yeah, you know, if you're going to do a full playthrough and you're going to go to the trouble of doing the Museum of Oddities, then you may as well also go to the trouble of you know, getting all of the chameleon stuff, because it has been so helpful, honestly. Okay, look, here's the entrance. So I'll show you exactly where it is on the map. It is right here. So kind of in between these two S's. Yeah, so right there. This is where you want to be. So what you want to do is you want to save right here outside the dungeon. Then you go in, and I'm going to run you through all of this. And the reason that this dungeon is really good is because it it has a lot of containers. You want to press this button, wait for the gate to open. These things are going to fire at you no matter. You can search these chests if you want. And then you come over, you come to the left, you push this button. It's not going to do anything immediately. You come over here to the other side and you press this button. As you can see, because I've got 100% chameleon, these guys aren't attacking me, which is why it's worth it. You can search this chest if you want to. And then once you press those 2 buttons, this gate opens. So you go through here into a broker mass. Wait for the game to load. Ignore that door to the front, take a right. You can then come out into here. There's obviously a lot of enemies here, but yeah, this is why the chameleon's worth it, because obviously if you didn't have chameleon, you'd have to either fight through these guys all the time, which is just going to take so much longer, or you'd have to try and outlast them, which is actually fairly difficult to do. And also this trap right here, that lightning, you can see how much health that just did from me. So yeah, you do have to watch out. So, you know, if you're going to take the time to do the Museum of Oddities, take the time to also do the 100% chameleon. And yeah, you don't have to do anything to open this gate, you just walk in. This guy, he will attack you, but obviously we've got a chameleon, so he doesn't even know we're here. And he kind of like, these things, they like revive him. But the problem with this room is that once you've been through a broker once and you kill this guy and that opens up these 3 doors, they will never open again. So if you're playing on console, I'm afraid you're screwed here, because you can't do console commands unless you can hack the console or something. I'm not sure, I've never had a console. But what you have to do is you have to remove the wall with the console. So you walk up to it, you open the console and you click on the wall, and you see it brings up this little code here, and then you type disable and you type in the number that's up here. So 0005 A4 A1. Press enter and you see it removes the wall, and then this will just be removed permanently. So you can see I only removed that wall so I could show you this. And in here we've got all of these coffins here, all of these coffins here. I have no idea what this button does, by the way. I keep pushing it, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, you can search every single one of these coffins. You know, you can take the gold if you want to, but if you don't find anything, if you don't find any of the oddities, then you're going to reload the saves. There's no point really. You can then also come over here, and there's some more coffins over here. Again, there's another button here which I have never figured out what that does. So you can search all of these. If once you've searched all of these coffins you don't find an oddity, you then load the save and you go in again. And because you saved outside the dungeon, when you go in it'll reset every chest, so you'll have new loot. If you do find an oddity in one of these, you then come down here. You can loot this chest because it usually has some pretty cool stuff. I mean, it usually has loads of gold, but obviously this time it only has very little gold. I may as well take this stuff actually while I'm here. And yes, you then push this button. It opens up this hole in the floor. You drop down. You can loot this chest if you want to. You come over here. There's a few more coffins to loot if you wish. You push this button. You fall down here. And then you come out here, which is right back where you were at the start with this button. You need to push this button. You can see this is where we've got the fire things. You need to run over here and re-push this button. And that will open the gate to allow you out. Because that's the gate that you want to go through to start. And this is the one that leads this, you know, the first gate that you come through when you first get out, and this leads you out. So once you've found an oddity and you've gotten out, you then need to wait 3 days. So 3 24-hour waiting cycles, and then I like to wait just like an extra 2 hours just to ensure the dungeon is reset. And the way you can tell if the dungeon is reset is when you go back in here, that door, that gate you just opened should be closed. If it's not closed, then the dungeon hasn't reset and you need to leave. But make sure you always save outside the dungeon, otherwise like it won't reset every time you reload the save. So that's how you do the Museum of Oddities, and like I said, it took me about 40 minutes. I got all 6 oddities in about 40 minutes. I would say I got an oddity probably every 2 to 3 times I reloaded the save, so it really wasn't difficult, and I also got several duplicates as well. However, what I'm going to show you next is a little bit more difficult. So in order to get the matrices, for the amber ones, I went to Milka. Apparently, they don't necessarily spawn on, you know, their relevant sides. So, you know, the amber ones can spawn on the dementia side, and the, you know, the madness ones can spawn on the mania side. So yeah, they can spawn anywhere. But this Milka, which is where we're at right now, there is a master level loot chest right inside the door. So again, you want to save right outside the dungeon here. You go inside. And this chest right here is a master level chest. So you can see it has all this stuff. So if there's, if there's nothing in here, you then just, you immediately quick load. And it brings you right back outside. You go back in. And the loot resets, you see? So we've now got different loot. And then obviously when you find a matrix, you then just go straight back out the door, wait 72 hours, save again, and you keep doing that until you get all of the matrices. However, I only ever got amber matrices in that. I did that for probably about an hour and a half to get all of the amber matrices, because I only had about 3 of them when I started, and there were 11 in total, 11 amber and 11 madness. And yeah, it took me about an hour and a half to get all of them. I then, in order to get the madness ones, I had almost all of the madness ones anyway, because I found most of those just by playing the main story. So if you're going to do this, I would say, do everything else in the Shivering Isles first, because you are likely to find a lot of them just through playing the game. But in order to get the madness ones, I found that going to Knotbone Chamber was the best here, because there's a lot of grummites here, and grummites have a relatively high chance of dropping matrices. So again, you want to save outside the dungeon. This is a fairly long dungeon, but once you know what to do, it's really easy to run through. So you come in, you immediately turn left, you just follow the path. Don't drop down there. You want to come over here, just avoid this guy. Again, you can fight these guys if you want to. You can loot this chest if you want to, but there's no point because it's a low level loot, so there will never be anything in here that you want. So you then come down here. Again, you may take quite a lot of damage, but if you have Chameleon and you can just tank it, then it doesn't matter. You immediately go here, don't worry about that up there. You can loot this chest because this is relative. You can see I've been here recently, so this is a relatively high loot chest, and if you're feeling lucky, you can then turn left here and you can go up and get the chest. This one you kind of have to be feeling lucky, but I have got a matrix in that chest before, so you just have to go round, loot that chest, if you're feeling lucky. But then you have to just backtrack and go back to where the other chest just was. Just ignore these guys if you can, and go this way. There are several different rooms in this dungeon. Go through the door. Continue onwards. You can see we've got another chest here. Never really much in here, but you can loot it if you want. You can also loot this chest if you want, but it's also pretty low loot. So I kind of just open them and then move on because there's never anything in there, but you can loot them if you want. This chest, I have found matrices in this one before. Usually amber ones in here, so yeah, you can loot that. You then come up here, all the way down. There's a chest here. Again, this is a low level loot chest though, so there's never anything in there. But again, you can open it if you want. I usually do so just to kind of be thorough. Then you come into Knotbone Juncture. And I think they're probably all going to be dead because I was here recently. Yes, but you can see there's a whole load of Elytra and Grummites here. And they're actually fighting each other when you come in here. There's like an Elytra versus Grummite showdown going on. And yeah, there's no point looting the Elytras because they don't have matrices. However, the Grummites all have a chance of dropping matrices. So you want to kill them all and then loot all of the Grummites. And this is not the last of the Grummites as well. There's also, Amber Hollows and Madness, all things here as well. But I've obviously already been here and they don't respawn. Which is why you can screw yourself over with the Sheogorath Amber as well. So you need to be careful with that. You then come through the door again. There's one Grummite here that you can kill. But again, sometimes the enemies change slightly. So this is sometimes a Grummite, sometimes a Ballywog. So if it's Ballywog, just ignore it. But you want to kill every Grummite and loot them because they have a chance of dropping a matrix. You can loot this chest. I believe that a matrix can spawn in there. You come through here. There's usually 2 Grummites in here as well, but again, you can see this time they spawn Ballywogs, but you can just ignore them. This is a low level chest, don't bother. This one has a hard lock. It sometimes has cool stuff in it. Come through here. As you can see, this dungeon is pretty long. You then come through here, which is kind of like a really wonky kind of thing. You can see the whole ruin is wonky, and I really love these kind of dungeons. They really mess with my mind. The ceiling does fall on you, so just don't go down the center. Come to the left and go around here. And then there's usually 1 Grummite here. There's also a chest here that you can loot. It's fairly high level as well. And there's usually 1 Grummite here. So you can see that this enemy that's usually there spawned as a Ballywog this time. And this one was a Grummite. Make sure you kill and loot the Grummites. Ignore everything else. This chest can spawn a matrix, so make sure you loot that. And then you come through here, and there's even more Grumites in here, so you've got to kill them all as well. So yeah, I think there's about 6 Grumites in here, see one there, and then I usually came over here, kill this one, kill that one. There's usually one up here, but you can see that's a ballywog this time. And then there's usually 2 over here as well. And then you come outside, and the dungeon's over. So yeah, it's a pretty long dungeon, and it took me, like, I think I spent like 4 hours going through that dungeon. It was ridiculous. And you can see there's also a couple of Grumites out here, but these guys have never respawned for some reason. So yeah, you can kill these guys if you want, but for some reason they never respawned for me. And yeah, that's how I did it. So yeah, I mean, like, this has literally taken me all day. I'm currently filming this at 6 p.m. and I've been doing this since 10 a.m. this morning. So yeah, it's taken me a long time. I'm very short on the will to live, but it's done, and I feel at least some sense of accomplishment because it's all done. So yeah, that's what I did. I hope that was helpful for anyone who wants to try and attempt this themselves. You know, if you yourself have any tips, if you've done this before, leave them in the comments because I'm sure everyone could use them. And yeah, we are completely done with the Shivering Isles now, because we finished every side quest and the main quest, and those were the final 2 fetch quests we had. So I mean, I don't even know, has the Antipodean hammer disappeared? No, it hasn't, but it might be one of those quests that doesn't disappear, because you can, you know, you can keep finding matrices. And you can make as many magical swords as you want as long as you have enough matrices. So yeah, it might be one that never disappears, but yeah, we're done. We are completely done with the Shivering Isles. So, you know, I'm gonna essentially take all of that stuff back to Cyrodiil, and then we'll probably never come back here, really. I mean, the only reason I can think I'd come back here is if I wanted to make some arrows. I don't know, but yeah, we'll probably won't come back, at least for a very long time, so yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed our time in the Shivering Isles. I have. Not so much the last 6 hours of gameplay, but in general, I have very much enjoyed our time in the Shivering Isles. In the next episode, we will return to the Thieves Guild, which is the final guild we have, and we've also got a couple of side quests and a couple of Daedra quests to sort out. And then that'll be the end of the series, guys. Yeah, we're dangerously close to the end, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Like if you did, you know, just give me a like just for consolation, basically, for all those hours of my life I spent going through the same freaking dungeon over and over again. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next episode.